Hello guys and welcome back. We are going to go ahead and do a speed renovation on the Barnes Bros new humble abode. This home was not created by me. It is actually created by somebody else, and I will have all that information for you guys down below on where you can find this house. Again, it's obviously from the Sims 4 gallery. So I went ahead and played the Barnes for a couple of days just by themselves, and I earned a lot of money fishing and just having them work. I think I literally had Nina and Chris fish like around the clock. Like literally they were posted up at the watering hole getting stuff like violins and all sorts of random things so that they could earn money to have a bigger place, because their other house, even though it was really nice, it was very small, and we have a full house of Sims. So especially with the boys growing up and things like that, we really needed something a little bit bigger, and I figured this house would be perfect. The kitchen's a little small, and yes, I've gone ahead and done a couple things like adding in wallpaper and stuff, because literally this house was like nothing but a shell. Like we couldn't even afford anything too much, so I bought it completely unfurnished, and now that's what we're doing. We are going to go ahead and furnish it with 18,902 simoleons. So I'm going to start off with the kitchen here, and I'm putting in these counters. I kind of wanted to put in something just a little bit nicer. So, you know, with the smaller rooms, we could have them kind of somewhat finished. This kitchen is itty bitty teensy weensy yellow dot bikini status, but I really do love how the end result turned out. I end up actually going in with a darker wood later, a darker wood. But I decided to give the appliances kind of this black finish because I thought it popped nicely. And I don't really have a theme for this house. Like literally I'm going with whatever is in my budget. And because I seriously highly recommend this garbage can. It's crazy, especially if you have like a lot of Sims like I do, and $80,000 per plate, or 80,000, that's a good exaggeration, $80 per a plate. Duh. Like how easy. Like literally just go make a plate of some like salad or something, and then like have Sims grab it and sell each plate. Like you could do it that way. It's not cheating. But so that's definitely one of the recommendations I recommend when you are trying to make some money. For the bathrooms, there's like tons of like bathrooms in this house, and that's what I really like. But the only thing is that obviously you need money to be able to like furnish each one of those bathrooms. So I kind of go with the bare necessities on these bathrooms, I guess you could say, and I don't really focus in on them too much. This part of the room is probably my favorite just in general. I love windows like this, and when I own my very own home someday, I want windows just like this. I should probably do like a speed build of like my dream house. Would you guys want to see that? If you do, let me know in the comments down below. That'd be something you'd be interested in, like what I would want if I could build my own home. That would be really hard. That would be kind of like a challenge. Also maybe like a 5 minute, not a 5 minute, I don't know, I want to do some other challenges, like speed build challenges, like maybe like a 5 minute speed build challenge or something like that. I think that would be fun. Or like what kind of house can you build in 10 minutes? You know, like what can you come up with? That would be so freaking hard. I couldn't only imagine. But for this area, the shape's a little awkward, so I just added in. I really wanted to put in curtains, but I couldn't afford it actually. So I just kind of went in with this olive and brown colored theme. I really like that. Also the rugs just kind of add in some sort of spice to it. And I'm totally gonna shout out, I'm gonna call you Deli. Or D, whatever you prefer. Delicacy. I totally like her rug, the way she just does her rugs. I totally gain inspiration from that. Yeah, that's definitely all her. But we're just figuring out what else we're gonna go ahead and put in this little corner here. It's just an awkward nook. I was like, you know what, girls, boys, howdy doody, I give up. I want some chicken and some hot sauce. Yup, pretty much like randomness to the extreme. For this area, I just stared at it for like 5 minutes. I'm like, what the hell am I gonna put in here, you know? So I decided that I was just gonna make this the living room area where people can come in and plop the little happy butts down and watch some TV. I decided to actually go with an offset theme on the couches. I did not accidentally make the couches 2 different colors. I did that on purpose, just to kind of make it look different. And I think they are suede couches. They're really, 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 really beautiful. I wanted a screen TV, but since we are on that broke man's diet, we had to go ahead and just kind of upscale that little tiny monitor. I went in and put in like a nice little coffee table that's a little bit lower than the TV, just to kind of give it some little extra dimension there. So I think for reals, like the kitchen and the living room sort of area, and that little nook over there are like really, really nice. I think nicely decorated, and there isn't too much I need to do to them much more, whatever. But the only thing I don't like is that we're obviously already at $9,000 and we still have so much to do. Like, you're not going to believe how I pull this together on $9,000. We still got Aaron and Zoe and the boys, but don't worry, boo-boos. It is actually, it's possible. It is truly, truly possible. So I'm going to go and move on to the bathrooms. I actually ended up swapping out the nicer lamps for the cheaper ones. So like putting the nicer ones in the main areas, like the hallways, things of that sort, you know, the kitchen or whatever. And then I'm putting these cheapo lamps to kind of substitute just for light. Because I don't like to use the debug lights, even though it's technically not cheating in my eyes. I feel like it's kind of like a cheat, I guess. So I never use those. So many of you are like, dude, just use those lights. We're like not gonna crucify you, but it's not really about your opinion, it's about mine, and I feel like I'm cheating, you know. In my personal gameplay I could care less, but I just have this thing about cheating on my LPs. Like, I will if I can find justification for it, and I guess being able to see is a good justification, but I don't know. Here we are on Zoe and Aaron's room. It's just pretty much like a Smurf had diarrhea and decided to shot all over the walls. Yes, shot blue Smurf goo. I don't know why. I just felt like that would be a good analogy for it. I don't know. Blueberry yum yum. I don't know. So yeah, we're just going with it. I don't know. I didn't really wait. This is actually not Zoe, dude. This is so not Zoe and Aaron's room. I lie. This is actually Nina and Chris's room. So there's like a whole bunch of extra like spacage that you could use in this house, and I love it because there's a lot of space. These are technically supposed to be mock-up garages, but obviously, like, we don't have cars yet or garages, so it's kind of pointless. So I decided to just kind of strip out that part of the house. And I ended up actually stripping out that little bathroom that's attached to Zoe and Chris's, or Nina and Chris's room, too, just for some extra simoleons. Like, we're starting to scrounge. This is, this is Aaron and Zoe's room, which I actually like it a lot. They're very down-to-earth color palette. This is why living with these two Sims, or these two families almost, is really hard, because you've got Chris and Nina who like outrageous, like, ballsy colors, and then you've got kind of, you know, Zoe and Aaron who are very white picket fence-ish and neutrals and stuff. So when I make their rooms, that kind of comes to life a lot more. And again, I'm really not trying to go with this woodland themed, but it's literally the cheapest stuff you can find. Like, yeah, so that's why I'm using this stuff. Like, the mirrors are so cheap, and just like the end tables, really inexpensive, good stuff, and it kind of looks cool. It's different than what I normally use. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to place the children. As you can see, I'm like, I don't know. So I decided to also kind of stick with the woodland theme, and I'm giving I think it's Edison and Jaden this room. I love the final result of this, you guys. It's really, 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 really cute. It's probably my favorite room in the house, and I don't know, I just think it's really sweet to see them having this little oasis for them to play in and hate each other, because they hate each other. Like, I don't know what the freaking problem is. It's just Jaden is so jealous and possessive, and I think maybe he'll grow out of that, but I'm really not hopeful at all. I think he's pretty much gonna stick with it. So I wanted to go with I did not want to do blue in this room. I wanted to do brown. Something about brown, blue, and green. I'm digging it. I'm shipping it. I'm absolutely freaking loving that. So that's kind of what we got going on here. Just a few more little extra doodads just to spice up the place, but I really love this room. I wanted to add in this little wanted to add in that like height measurer thing, but I just didn't like that at all. So I decided to go in with this dinosaur poster, and I loved that a lot. I really did. And threw in some blinds, and I think we're pretty much it. Like, literally, that's it. I love the curtains. I don't know what else we're doing. Okay, we're just kind of like copying and pasting. So we have like 4,000-ish simoleons left, and we still have Liliana's room. and we still have Ollie's room. Now Liliana, okay, I was like looking for some sort of scrap, anything. So we're gonna do Ollie's room. Ollie has always been the kind of sim to have like that orange color palette, orange and blue, very ghetto room. I'm not gonna lie, he doesn't get as much attention when it comes to his room. He's not my favorite sim out of all the children. My favorite sim is probably Jaden. I think he's my favorite. I really like him a lot, actually. All right, so we're gonna give Ollie a little more love. I'm putting in some music. So, you know, you're a teenager, you love music. Like, I love music, and I'm not a teenager, but I mean, when you're a teenager, I feel like that is when music, and correct me if I'm wrong, has the most greatest influence in your life, because you're so impressionable when you're a teenager. I really truly feel like you are, like, literally when you're a teenager, you feel very, very, very deeply, because you're like figuring out who you are. Tell me about it, like story of my life. So I feel like music is a big influence, at least for me it was. I think it was a bigger influence then than it is now. But I still love music the same, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So that's Ollie's room, like literally 2 seconds worth of filming, like done. For our girl Lily, I wanted to do this like Victorian theme, or Victoria, or just like Victorian and vintagey theme. She is the kind of girl, when she's older, she'll probably live in a Victorian house. She'll probably have all this old raggedy vintage furniture. Hell, she may have even made some of it herself, or dad, because dad likes to do that. And I don't know, she just likes older things. So her room is probably a little more grown up than you would typically see in a normal teenager's room. But I love it. I do. I think it looks so freaking cool. I don't know if I end up putting a chair in this or not. I just don't think I have the funds for it. But I'm just playing around with it, and I really, really like how it turned out. It's very simple. I mean, again, we're like down to the nitty gritty. We have like $2 grand left. So beggars cannot be choosers at this point. But finding a painting I liked was a little hard. I think I ended up going with this. And then I was like, you know what? The freaking shape of her room's so awkward. So we just got like kind of flipped everything around. And I end up flipping around Aaron and Zoe's room as well. I think like totally like... I don't know why I keep yawning. Totally last minute. Like I keep yawning. I've been recording since early this morning for you guys. And it's actually a lot of fun. But when you sit and you don't move very much, you get kind of sleepy. So there we go. I think that's pretty much her room. And I decided, you know what, since she does like that classical era, the vintagey things, I think her getting into like that too, violin and stuff would be kind of fun. So we did that, and we're actually just almost about done here. I did decide to go ahead and because we have a computer, so I decided to spend the last little freaking niblets of simoleons that we got. And there I am changing the counters and the shades. The last little niblets on a computer system desk sort of thing. So there we go. We have that now. And then Zoe can do her work, and I'm loving the outside of the house. I'm like thinking, am I done? I feel like there was just so much more to do. Here I am switching around Aaron and Zoe's room just because I didn't like the way that it looked. It was very awkward for me, like looking at it visually. It just didn't make any sense. It didn't sit right with me. Okay, so then I think what I decided to do after I finished all this crap up and got in those super duper cheap lights, I'm like, let me see, where can I get some extra freaking dinero? And then money does grow on trees. Believe it or not, money totally grows on trees. I don't realize it right now, but I do realize it quite soon. I'm like, dude, those trees back there, they're worth some serious cash. So we sell them. Duh. I didn't even realize that those would be worth that much. And they didn't really match like the landscaping anyway, but these did. So I kind of kept these trees just because I felt like I had some sort of emotional attachment to them. I don't know. And decided with all this newfound wealth, let's go ahead and let's build a little bit of a backyard oasis. I decided to go ahead and put in Chris's little bench working table. He's going to be old soon. So like besides cleaning his dentures and crapping his depends, he really doesn't have much going on in his life anymore. Like, and watching his grandchildren that he does not have yet, you know what I mean? I feel like he needs something to do. So I put a game table out there because I think they're gonna be doing a lot of that. And that's pretty much the final final shebang. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you like the way that I decorated this house. Remember, we're very limited when it comes to money, but if you're interested in checking out this house, I'll either mention it in my next Barnes video or I'll have it in the description bar below, but I did not create it. I just decorated it. All right, cool. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to go ahead and comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below where the sun doesn't shine, and I will see you all next time.